welcome back to Don Digs In. It is time for the roundup of our Just Do It challenge. Now, this challenge took us from 4 weeks. It ends tomorrow, but of course, to get the video out to you today, I kind of had to end it a day early, but that's okay. So, what did I find? What were my scale victories? What were my non-scale victories? How did I find this challenge any different than any other ones? Well, the goal of this challenge was to lose 10 pounds in 4 weeks. That was our goal. Where did I end up on that goal? I lost 6. Now, I'm not mad at 6 because a lot of things happened that were non-scale victories. And that is truly important. Sometimes you can get on that scale and it's depressing. I know it's depressing. Regardless of how much weight you have to lose or want to lose, it can be really depressing because it's not where you feel it is. And your body feels totally different than how it felt maybe a month ago. So this is what I found, and this is why I'm such a big advocate for getting rid of your scales. I stepped on that scale the day the challenge was starting. I jotted down in my journal, as we kept for the whole 4 weeks, all of the things that I needed to jot down. I jotted down my weight. I did my measurements. I did my goals. I did my eating journal, what I was going to eat, what workouts I was going to do. I had it all ready, all prepared, and I followed it pretty much to the T. And I mean pretty much to the T. I didn't have many slip-ups during this entire time. I had a few setbacks, non-related to this, that just may have affected how my results ended up. And you may find the same thing happens to you. Hormones. You know how you'll feel one day great and the next day fat? It's so real, and I know we all feel this way. One day I'm super puffy, and the next day I'm going, damn, feel pretty good, feel pretty slim, feel pretty good in the abs, doing all right. And then the next day, I just feel like I'm sitting around the chair. Like, this is real. Hormones are real. Bloat is real. All these things that we go through in menopause are so real. And I have dealt with a lot of bad postmenopausal issues that just keep coming up. So for me, getting rid of that scale has always been a big one. I seldom get on the scale. But I did get on the scale for this challenge because I felt it was only fair. The challenge was to lose 10 pounds in 4 weeks. So why wouldn't I get on the scale to see what happened? So 6 pounds. 6 pounds is what I lost on the scale. Now, I also did lose 5 inches. So am I mad at that? No. Did I expect more? Yes. And the fact that I expected more is a little upsetting to me because depending on how much weight you have to lose, you are going to lose it at different rates. I don't need to lose a lot, but I always have that last 10 pounds, and I'm sure most of you do too. It's that last 10 pounds or that last 5 pounds. You always feel you could do a little bit better. You just want to get to that point where you feel really good about yourself. And I was feeling phenomenal. My workouts were on point. We were walking 10 to 15,000 steps a day. I was getting my workouts in every other day. I would do a Hamelin. I would do something other than just my walking to get a little more activity, some ab work, some leg work, some butt work, whatever I felt that I needed to do to keep me going. I kept these workouts going like all day long. So I didn't just go out in the morning and do a walk. I made sure I had active moments throughout my day. So I was getting up and walking around. I'd go around the block. I would walk to the corner store, like things that maybe you might drive to. I would take a couple minutes and walk because it's around the corner. And there's no reason why we can't burn those couple extra calories and just do it. So the things that I found that were non-scale victories were feeling that I was being a lot more active. Now, I am active, but I felt more active because it's a really big deal to just go, I'm going to walk to Walmart. I'm not going to drive to Walmart. It's right there. There's no reason that you need to get in the car except that we get lazy. And lazy, a lot of times, is part of the reason why we end up needing to lose a couple extra pounds because we just kind of get complacent and we get lazy. So I was really adamant this entire 4 weeks that I walked whenever I could. I got my 100 ounces of water in every day, and I was really, really on top of my protein. I was getting between 80 to 100 grams of protein a day. And that can sometimes be hard and can be very daunting. But I made sure that every morning started with my protein waffles. And that 40 grams of protein in the morning for me is setting me up for success. So why didn't I lose 10? As I said, if you don't have 10 or 20 to lose, it's harder to lose it. The more weight you have to lose, the easier it is to get off. It's just how it works. Your body can shed it faster when you've got more. When you've got less to lose, you got to really hunker down and do some things to really get into your body and get into your headspace and say, what can I do to improve where I want to be? Now, another big thing is that your body will get to a weight where it's happy. And there's nothing wrong with getting to a weight where you are happy. Sometimes it's not that 110 pounds on the scale. Sometimes it's at 150 on the scale. That is where your body feels good. That is where you feel good. That's where you feel happy. There is nothing wrong with that weight. Stop letting that scale dictate to you where you really feel that you should be. Because when I stepped on that scale this morning, I had that moment of total disappointment. Like, wow, I did it all right. I did everything I should have done, but I only lost 6 pounds. Should I be mad at 6 pounds? Absolutely not. 6 pounds is an amazing transformation in 4 weeks. Amazing. Like, I lost all the bloat in my stomach. Now, I know it's really hard to, I should have worn something better, but my stomach bloat is right down. It's like I really was impressed with that. My stomach lines are back. Things that a couple weeks ago I wasn't feeling. I was feeling very puffy through the middle. And that's kind of where I tend to hold things, is right around the middle. Being short and being short-waisted, that's kind of an area where stuff sits for me. And I don't necessarily like it, but I was happy with so many other aspects. My clothes are looser. As I said, I lost 5 inches. I lost 1.5 inches off my waist. And that was big because that was where that bloat was really getting to me. And it feels solid. I'm not feeling like I'm grabbing onto a lot of stuff hanging over. I'm really not. So what I am wondering is if possibly I put on a little more muscle. Now, it does take a while to put on muscle. You don't put on a ton of muscle in 4 weeks. You honestly do not. It takes a long time to build muscle. And if you are converting weight into muscle, then you're kind of staying the same, but your body shape will change because it might be getting smaller and tighter, but your scale stays exactly the same. There is nothing wrong with that. That is honestly where we all want to be. We want to build muscle, lose fat, while maintaining the weight that is perfect for us and setting ourselves up for success in that way. So I was really adamant on sticking to my journal and sticking to my goals. As I said, every day I did my 100 ounces of water, I did my walking, I did my workouts, I did everything I had to do. And I got results. They might not be exactly where I wanted to be, but you know where I would have been if I hadn't done this? Nowhere. I would have been right where I was before the challenge. Why not just do a challenge? It's really easy to set aside time for yourself to just say, I'm going to do a challenge for 4 weeks. It's a small space of time in your life. 4 weeks. 4 weeks can make huge changes in how you feel about yourself, what happens on the scale, how your clothes fit. Just 4 weeks. So if you are thinking about, you really need to get started and you really need to do a challenge, go back and watch the 4-week challenge. Now, I have lots of other challenges and I have a whole playlist of challenges because I find challenges are really important to me. I need to challenge myself to do different things and it just really keeps me on track. And I always have something or another going on in my weight loss, diet, just feeling better journey because that's what it's all about, right? It's all about things I'm doing in my life that work for me. Things that I think that you might enjoy or get value from. And these are one of the small ways that I do this is by setting up these challenges. So what results did you have from this challenge? If you did it, let me know. Did you take a before and after picture? Because that is really huge. And that was where I noticed the difference, was the stomach, the bloating. That's where I really noticed it. I can feel it in my thighs. Like I can feel this challenge throughout my body. And it could be the no alcohol. It could be, not that I drink a lot anyway, but it could be the no alcohol. It could just be the no chips, because chips were my problem, or chocolate chips. Didn't have any of those. After the first week, that was it. They were gone and we didn't have any more. So little things that can make big differences as time goes on. So sticking to some of these little things that you learn during this challenge can get you results over the long term. And that's what it's about. We will be doing another challenge coming up soon. And the next video I'm going to be doing will be ways to not start a challenge. So I hope you stay tuned for that. Until I see you next week, I hope you have some amazing workouts. You're awesome. High five.